Alrighty, Loter for Life here, bringing you as a brand new video. And hey, if you liked this video, then please leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. It goes a long way helping out my channel and greatly appreciated. So, this is a new segment that I want to call Tech Thursday. I was going to call it Tech Tuesdays, but there was a channel that used to do that, and they stopped doing it like forever ago. I don't even remember which channel it was, but I remember Tech Tuesday just going so well. But I don't want to rip off of that person. I don't even remember who it was, but I digress. So, Tech Thursday. So, this is a new segment I'm going to start doing where I talk about a card that is super techy that you could try out in certain decks that maybe might be worth considering. It might be not the best thing in the world, or it might be not exactly the worst thing in the world. It really depends on what your deck you're playing and what the format happens to be. Now, for these first few techs that I'm going to be doing, I want to do these once a week. Again, Tech Thursday. Thursday comes once a week. Big surprise. So these first few ones, I want to really focus more on like the current metagame and all that stuff, and then maybe we'll get to more specific like deck choices and everything. But however, I digress. So first and foremost, for the first Tech Thursday, I want to talk about a little card that's been gaining a bit of a notoriety, and that is Super Polymerization. More and more people are kind of looking at this as a possible tech, and I want to weigh the pros and the cons and everything on Super Polymerization. So Super Poly, or as most people just call it, is a quick play spell card that basically reads: discard one card, fusion summon a fusion monster from your extract using monsters from either side of the field as fusion materials. Cards and effects cannot be activated in response to this card's activation. So, Super Poly is an incredibly powerful card. Heck, it used to be banned, it was limited for a while, and now it's coming back to 2, which has really opened the floodgates for it possibly being used in various decks out there. You know, the fact that it's at 2 now, and it is theoretically searchable off of a few different cards, is really, really nice. Now, of course, it's not really easily searchable, and we're looking at this primarily as a way of outing boards. Super Poly's ability to just be able to use fusion materials on either side of the field and not be activated in response to allows it to easily and effectively clear boards that your opponent may have. Now, of course, that means that your opponent's going to have those fusion materials. So we're going to want to look at the most generic possible fusion monsters that you can use. Now, also there are some archetypal ones. Like, let's say you're playing Cyber Dragons and you have, like, I don't know, like, what was it, Chimera Tech? One of the Chimera Techs. Oh, you know, that's a contact fusion. Never mind. I thought there was a Chimera Tech that needed any machine, but I digress. But anyway, so yeah, there are a few archetypal ones out there. Like, I know there's a Destiny hero that just needs a Destiny hero and a Dark monster. That's pretty archetypal and niche. Can't help out getting over stuff. But however, we're going to be really focusing on the generic ones that any deck could possibly play to counter certain decks in the format and in the future. So the first one, and the one that like a lot of people instantly think of, is Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. This card is a very simple fusion monster with beast stats, 2800 attack, 2k defense, and just needs 2 dark monsters on the field except for tokens to go into. That's all you need to make him, is 2 dark monsters on the field that aren't tokens. Whenever he is summoned, you get to make his attack go up by the attack of 1 special summon monster your opponent controls. He can copy the effect of a level 5 or higher monster, and then if he happens to die, he destroys all of your opponent's monsters that were special summoned. That is insane. So not only does he become a chum blocker by gaining more attack power, granted the attack gains only until the end of the turn, but however, if your opponent does kill him and doesn't just remove him with like a Castel or something, or a Unicorn more likely, then, well, he's going to nuke your opponent's board. I mean, you already have gotten rid of 2 cards with the Super Poly, and then he'll get rid of the rest if he does die, which makes him an imposing monster for your opponent to have to deal with. This is a very, very strong fusion and can be very difficult to go against. The issue with Starving Venom, and the big reason why it alongside Super Poly has not been widely used as a tech option, even as a side in more so cases, is the dark aspect. You know, the dark is, along with light, one of the most potent attributes in the game. You know, that's one of the ones that you see a lot of the really good archetypes for. That's one of the ones that you see a lot of the really powerful meta decks for, so on and so forth. But however, not every single meta deck out there is going to be dark based. You know, like heck, Thunder Dragons, they're half light, half dark, which means you're going to be able to use it on half their monsters, but the other half not so much. If I remember correctly, Thunder Dragon Colossus is a dark. I might be wrong about that. I'm actually probably going to fact check myself while also doing this video, but I digress. So it is really nice for being able to get rid of certain things, but however, it can't touch everything, and that's the real issue with it. You know, just not being able to get rid of everything, or even most things. You know, like, heck, if your opponent has, like, if you're dealing with, like, standard Pendulum Magician boards, they're going to have, like, an Amorphage thing, they're going to have a good old, oh, what's it called? The negating Odd Eyes monster, Odd Eyes Vortex Dragon, who's a wind. You know, they're going to have a bunch of negates that aren't dark, but then they're also going to have some that also prevent you from just going into the extract. So it's not a foolproof method, but it is nice for getting rid of certain negates. Now then, that being said, there are better options, and actually I just double checked, yeah, Colossus is a dark. I knew it! You can use it on the dark. Now, the main option that I want to bring up, though, is this bad boy. He just came out in the most recent set, and that's World Chalice Guard Dragon All-Marduk. All-Marduk here is the fully grown-up version of the cute little Amduk from good old World Chalice deck, and he's the fusion for the archetype. This thing is a beast of a fusion monster. He, I believe, is also level 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, he's a 9, sorry. He's a dragon, he's a fusion. 3k attack, 2600 defense. The big thing here is his fusion requirements. 3 link monsters. Just 3 link monsters. That is all you need to do to just go into him. Your opponent's setting up an extra link play. Okay, well, activate Super Poly, fuse away. Your opponent's playing Salmon Greats. Oh, they have a wolf, they have a Bell Lynx, and maybe they have something else out. Oh, Super Poly, go away. I don't have to worry about your roar. I don't have to worry about your rage. Just get rid of them. Here's a big 3k body. Okay. All-Marduk, having the most generic fusion materials I have ever seen on a card, is just absolutely insane for what Super Poly allows it to do. Now, and even then, even if you don't need him, you can summon him through his other method, which is just tributing 3 of your link monsters that you control for a summon. Obviously, that's not the most ideal thing, but considering that he is an actually genuinely good boss monster, it can win you duels. So if you don't know what All-Marduk does, he basically says the following: must be either fusion summoned or special summoned from your extract by tributing the above cards you control, in which case you do not use Poly, blah blah blah. This card can attack all monsters your opponent controls once each. When an attack is declared involving this card and opponent's link monster, you can banish a link monster with the same link rating as that monster from your field or graveyard, destroy that opponent's monster, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to its original attack. This thing is basically a slightly buffed up version of Ultimate Conductor Trannel without the flip effect. So, and he's also made to kill links. So that basically makes him allowed to attack over everything. And hey, if it's a link monster that he can't get over with, if you have a link 3 or something, like, or heck, a link 4, like maybe you're attacking into your opponent's Boral Sword Dragon, you just use this effecting to banish a link 4 from your grave or field, nuke that Boral Sword, burn your opponent for 3k, and then continue your onslaught. That is insane. This card is very, 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 very powerful, and heck, that effect can even be used in defense, like if your opponent's attacking it. So, very, very powerful fusion monster overall. And of course, you've got those generic link, those generic fusion materials, just 3 link monsters. That is insane. The game is dominated by links nowadays, and just being able to get rid of them to make All-Marduk is really good. Like, if your opponent has like a Nightmare extra link combo, God, if this card existed during Nightmare format, and your opponent has the Nightmare extra link, they have, you know, a dude pointing down, they have Cerberus, like theoretically Goblin, or God forbid Trigate Wizard in the middle, and then good old Phoenix, and then someone else putting down. You just got to use All-Marduk to fuse away using the 2 monsters in the extra monster zone and the monster in the middle, and you've completely ruined their extra link board. That is insane. It's so good, And if you do really consider playing Super Poly as a tech option or as a side option, Allmarduke is going to be, sorry, Allmarduke's a different monster. Allmarduke is going to be your main fusion to consider. Starving Venom is a really good monster, and so is another future option as well in Trifoferium, the new Predaplant fusion monster coming out in a future set, but he needs 3 dark monsters, so he's just basically a better Starving Venom, so really, I just want to kind of bring him up just to kind of mention him as another really good option. So, yeah, that's the really beef of the video. So, Allmarduke is, alongside Super Poly, what I would recommend for trying this tech option out. All you need is 2 Super Poly and 1 Allmarduke, and you're good to go. You know, you can side them in. If you happen to be playing Super Poly for another deck, or like for another reason, like let's say you are playing Cyber Dragons or something, or you're playing Heroes or something, maybe consider teching in 1 Allmarduke so you can make use of him from time to time. This thing is effectively I would consider, better version of what's his face, Sphere Mode, in certain situations, because he can get over those link monsters. Now granted, of course, your opponent's not always going to have link monsters, so Allmarduke isn't a cure-all for your opponent making a triple like threat negation board. So, but however, for future extra link formats, which I can assure you there will be, Allmarduke along with Super Poly is something that I should that I highly recommend you keep on your radar as possible side options for your future teching needs. Or heck, even just general teching in your main deck, even without the side. So, what do you guys think? What do you guys think of this video? What do you guys think I should try out changing around for Tech Thursday? Do you like this style of me doing it? Do you think I should do it a bit differently? Thank you all for watching. Have a great day. If it's your birthday, happy birthday. See you all later. Peace out and goodbye.